Góðan daginn and welcome back to the Iceland Food Center. Today we are going to make the traditional Icelandic lamb soup or kjötsúpa. You will need the following: a brown onion, cabbage, sweet taters, carrots, and the star of the show is of course lamb. Any cheap and tough cut is perfect. Usually though it's the shoulder. Now you don't have to go all in and trim your own lamb shoulders like we've done. In Iceland you can find it in grocery stores under the name of súpukjöt, or soup meat. It just means stewing meat, and you can get that kind of meat with your butcher. Now if you have gone ahead and got shoulder like we did, you're gonna have to start by trimming away some of the excess fat and cut it down into sizable chunks. And make sure you don't throw the bone away. That goes right in the stew with the rest, because that's a lot of flavor in there. Now transfer it into your stewing pot, and don't forget to add the bone. What happens next may surprise you, but we are going to poach the lamb. So cover the meat with water and season quite well with salt. Next, put the lid on and turn up the heat. While the water is heating up, let's start prepping the veg. We prefer to peel ours, but if you like yours with your skin on, you can move to the next step. Keep one eye on the pot and try and remove any scum that surfaces. We have a clean soup policy here, but to be entirely honest, it doesn't matter too much. It's only denatured protein, and it won't impact the flavor. Starting with the onion, let's dice it quite finely. And then for the other vegetables, you can cut them as finely as you like, but we prefer larger bites since it's a rustic and hearty soup. Though we do keep the cabbage smaller, which will be added towards the end. Once the meat has stewed for about 45 minutes, it's time to add the vegetables. And as you can see, the broth now has reduced quite a lot. I'm just gonna give it a little stir to just see how much stock I need to add. Oh, but wait a minute. Why use vegetable stock? Isn't this meat soup? Good question. In Iceland, the soup is usually flavored with something called soup herbs, which is a ready-made mixture of very finely chopped dried leeks, parsnips, carrots, resembling dried herbs. Here, a nice stock will replace that. Oh, and let's not forget about adding the onions. Now let's get all this deliciousness well mixed together and let it simmer until just about 10 minutes till the veg is fork tender. Once you reach that point, which is probably about 15 minutes depending on the size of your chunks, it's time to add in the cabbage. Mix it in with the rest, and in about 5 minutes, 10 minutes maybe, you're gonna have something that looks like this. At this point, make sure you taste for salt and add some pepper. And there we have it. A classic, legendary Icelandic comfort food. One that is perfect on a cold winter's night. For us, this is a plate that never ceases to satisfy. Now go ahead and make it yourself. You can thank us later. Thanks for watching, and verði ykkur að góðu.